Okay, if we start formally now, I want to start to thank you all for being here, and it's so nice to see you. Okay, we have some new people, but many have been here before, and it's nice to see how many is from Uganda. I think it's so many, and as you know, then we have as you know, Uganda is putting up their hand. See how many is from Uganda, and also Belmont.
Yeah.
It is majority almost. Our newest members. But I want to welcome all of you to the meeting. Okay, we have every second week, we have been having the organizing meeting now when we are doing the World Mars. But as you know, every Friday we have the internal work meeting. It will be tomorrow. And on Saturday, we have a extra meeting, very interesting meeting, and Antonio Carvalho will probably tell us a little bit about that later. Okay, these organizing meetings are different. Sometimes we just open the floor and everybody tell what they are doing. But I think I will recommend that this time we use the opportunity to overview what we have been doing next 2 weeks. Try to learn from it, tell what did we do well, what can we do better, and I hope later on everybody will express themselves about all that. I will roughly go through what we have been doing since the last 2 weeks. Actually, 2 weeks ago, I was in the air flying to Kenya, so we postponed the meeting to Saturday, last meeting. And since then, we have been having the run for gender-based violence first in Nairobi, and also we were launching there the Me Too revolution. Then we went to Kisumu, where we had again, and from there the group was going to Tanzania to do the run over there. And I say, Opala is not here, he went there, some went there, but the other part of the team, me, Tracy, Dorothy, and Rose, we went to Uganda, where we had a wonderful meeting with Delmont and his group, where meeting about fighting gender-based violence. And then in the evening, we had a meeting with the main team. I can't remember the name of the group, but you will tell me again. And then we had in the morning a meeting with a pool that Delmont and his group is sponsoring. And Delmont is working to support immigrants, mostly from Congo. Okay, then we went to Kulu to meet our good friends there, and Fortunate was taking care, and Vincent and Hudson. Where are you? Hudson and me and names, and Chanceline, having a very nice and great meeting with the students of Kulu University. And actually then we went back to Kampala and was visiting family of Tracy, and there were 2 sisters that are, I can see them here, but they will want to take part in doing the Me Too revolution. So this is very roughly what we were doing the last 2 weeks. And maybe we can open the floor and people can express themselves how things were going, what was going well, what we can learn more. Can we start with Uganda, Tracy? If you tell us a little bit about the event there and what we were gaining. I know one thing that were really gaining there was a lot of people who came there and saw how big and important this event was. Then they were telling next time they would help us with it and take care so we can have a lot of sponsors and all kinds of things. So, Tracy, can I ask you to tell us a little bit about the event in Uganda?
Uganda, we were successful in so many areas.
I mean, in Nairobi, sorry, Tracy, the event in Nairobi with the run.
Okay, the run was on the 26th at Nairobi University. All the people that attended that were recorded were 1,200, and still there were some that were not recorded because they came late. It was officially flagged by Honorable Pasaris and Tekla Lorupe, the world champion marathoner. Then it had involved 4 nations, that is Italy, Iceland, Kenya, and Tanzania. Also, there were some other countries that came, but they were in small numbers, like Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda. They came also to participate, and it was a nice event. We were able to network. People were able to showcase their talents. People were able to exchange contacts. Then at the end of the day, people came together and they said that they want this event to be done annually. Like, it should not be just a one thing event. They want, if we can sit down and we can see how the world match can be done in Kenya yearly. Even if we are not dealing with GBV, but like every year we think of a program that we are going to do. Then we start advertising early, like the way we started. And then we mobilize people, advocate, teach people, and let people come on board. Also, there were doctors there who came from Guru Nanak. They helped us with the ambulance. They gave us nurses. And also in my home, my 3 daughters, who are 2 are doctors and 1 is a nurse, they also gave us people from the AMREF community. So the place was really, really packed with activities. We had people who are doing psychology counseling. We had gender-based survivors who gave us their story. Some did some videos. So it also had an event for kids that came, mostly those ones who their moms or dads were affected by gender-based violence. So we had them. They were cancelled, and also they were given places where they can reach if they have any traumatized issues in their life. So we had a lot of things going on, and it was a very successful day. And also Pasaris, the minister, said that she would want also to be involved in the Me Too revolution, and she wants to know what we want so that she can see how she can help us. Apart from that, we had so many people also that wanted to join the Me Too revolution. So it's upon us to make it stay alive or die. It depends with us.
Very good. And also this man who, the father of Disa, he was connected. He told he can find sponsors in the future, or how was that?
Oh, okay. There's a very nice gentleman from Iceland. Her daughter was one of the people that were helping Disa with the arrangements of the run in Kisumu, Mwanza, and Nairobi. So he said that he's really interested in what we are doing. He would like to be part of us. And also, since he's dealing a lot with media and he's a journalist, he will really help us in so many ways to find donors. So he just wanted to know our program, to know what we are doing, and also he wanted to network with us, which was a plus because he has stayed here in Kenya and he's working with people from Narok and Kajiado. And these are people that are very vulnerable and they are still neglected. So when he saw what we were doing and how caring people were, he really wanted to join. So that's why I'm saying it's upon us. If we show interest and everybody commits themselves and you do not expect anything in return, as long as you're passionate, we are going to go somewhere. So it depends with us how many people want to sail on this boat of the humanist movement.
Thank you so much, Tracy. Okay, is someone, someone else who were there? Do you want to say something more about the event? What you liked about it, and what we have learned, or even what we can do better? Dorothy, you were there. You were everywhere. So Dorothy, you tell us.
Okay, I'll just like to add on what Tracy has talked about. Now, the event happened immediately after the launch of 16 Days of Activists, which was done on Monday, and then the event was on Tuesday. And I'm so grateful that the event was aired on KTN because we had the woman rep, Esther Passaris, who also talked about a pastor who had killed a woman, because during this time, there's a lot of femicide in Kenya. So many women are being killed. And that one was also a platform whereby the World March was able to be aired on TV, even though it was given a small airtime. I think it was because the woman rep was there, Esther Passaris. Everything went well, and I really loved it. But the challenge we had in Nairobi is that we did it in town. But next time, I was discussing with Ragnar and Tracy that if it could be good if we do it in the slums where most of gender-based violence are happening, and also people around can access to it, because coming to town, since Nairobi is a capital city, it is so hectic. So many people wanted to join us, but due to jam and also the means of transport, because most of the estates are not near each other. But what I like, the event went so well. It was a wonderful day. And I love the way people participated. At the end of the day, we had made a peace sign, which was my major target in that event. Anthony, I'm reaching 1,000 soon. You are going to come to Africa. That is what I want to convince
You have fulfilled the promise.
Yes, yes. So it went well. And I don't know whether I'll jump to Kisumu one or we give the Nairobi time for discussion first. Ragnar, what do you think?
Let's finish with Nairobi
first.
action. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
I think I want to read from the chat box a message here. Delmond Kiansa Yungu, and he is telling about the name of the organization, his organization, The name of the organization is Compassion Network for Africa Vulnerable Persons, CNVAVP. So he wants to, give this information, and all the just to tell about the techniques of this Google Meet meeting, that if you have some texts that you maybe are not speaking, but you have some even anecdotes or tests you want to write onto the chat box. The chat box is the third from down there. It is a third from the right, and then you can put, comments or stories that you want to get into this recording. Thank you very much. So, Ragnar, how would
Sorry,
you like
I was
to?
start a little bit. Okay. No, it is very good. If someone else want to say something about the Nairobi activity, I like this idea to move it into the slum. It's a very good idea, and we can also, if someone else who was there want to express themselves about it, like Edwina. What did you think? What did we learn? What can we do better in the next time?
Hello everyone. I support Dorothy. What she has said. That's I loved Dorothy has a lot of ideas, and the idea about the slums is very right, because now if it would be in the slums, I assume it would Antonio, now you would have defeated Antonio like 10 times more, because the slum itself it has millions and millions of people, and many people that are vulnerable comes from the slums. Most of the time, the gender-based violence, most of the time comes from the slums. Like, even it affects everyone. Like, everyone is affected. I can imagine in the place I'm living, our houses are just close. Like, it just the difference is just the metal or the mud. The bedroom is like we are sharing bedroom, because you can listen to the neighbor what they are saying, like they unless they whisper. So if they are fighting, it is affecting the neighbors. So I support the slum thing. Yes, I see Pastor has something to say.
There are a few hands. You are muted right now. You are muted.
Sorry. Yeah, many hands up, but Joseph, you're next.
Okay. Greetings to you all. I want just to comment some comments according to events in Nairobi. To me, I saw the meeting was so successful, and learning more from each other, from Iceland people, Kisumu people coming together and learning more and more, so that can make us for the next coming events, that how can we put our hands together, our thoughts together, to bring a very huge events that can touch the hearts of people. And I want just to agree with the Dorothy. I am from the slums. I know the impact. Or if only we can organize the events for the next coming, if we can agree this thing to continue, as Tracy has been talking about, that if we can actually open our eyes to see the huge part of gender-based and where people are needed so much is at the slums. And it's my prayer that if God can help us, for us to understand the basics and to understand that our unity is our power and our togetherness is what can take us far, just to take the event to
Some lack of
where people are. I believe by doing that, God is I was been learning a lot about actually the fail with some areas for us to learn when we can start maybe the year 2025 to come. I know we shall be knowing where we did our mistakes and where we need to improve ourselves and where we need to strengthen ourselves. But to me, I want just to encourage everyone that events was been so great, was been so a blessing, was been so good to us, and we are learning more and more and more. So may God bless you as we continue praying for gender-based and for our unity to keep up so that we can be united. So I want just to thank God for every one of you, and may God bless you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Joseph. But I want to tell you that Joseph was praying with us about the weather because it had been raining every day. So Joseph was giving us a good weather. It was not raining, it was sunshine the whole day. Only problem, my pink body don't have problem with sunset, so I was burning heavily. But thank you so much, Joseph.
Thank you,
I
Ragnar.
think Delmont was next.
You're muted, Delman. Please go on.
I think Delmont have some problem with connection. Is that right, Delmont? Maybe you can also write in the chat and Julius can read it for us. Maybe we give Alice the word next. I forgot to mention, there was also some activity in Eldoret that Alice was taking care of because we didn't go there. Alice, can you tell us?
Oh, thank you, Ragnar, and everybody who is in the call. One thing I want to applaud the Nairobi team and the ones who went to Tanga. You did an amazing work. And I just want to echo what Edwina and those people who were in the activity in Nairobi, that we should support the slum areas. We know that the slum areas are more populated area, and recently we had issues of gender-based violence and all the killings of women. They were dumped, their bodies were dumped at Kware, and that Kware is just next to the slums. So to empower and also to create awareness to the community around the slum is very key. That one will help us to curb up the violence and also the killing of women and even killing of other people, not only women. You know, right now in Kenya, it is a surge of the percentage of killing women is very high, and like uh, 2 days ago we have a woman who was killed at roadblock. Even Maureen, I think Maureen has the picture of that woman who was killed, and she was killed very badly. Her hands were tied behind her back, and her head was hit by a blunt object, and the neck was cut. So right now, uh, it is a kind of a concern that we need to empower the slum areas. That is where the high population is. And I support Dorothy and Edwina and also Tracy. You did an amazing work. I just want to applaud you because you engaged the government. You know, if we bring government to be an ally to our activities, then so many policies concerning gender will be approved in the government, that the policies that will protect even the gender people is very nice. I just want to say thank you for making sure that our minister Pasari was there as a woman to support the walk and the march. And I just want to give a report about Eldoret. We did the 16 days of activists. We launched it, and the people, the stakeholders who were part of the march were the government allies, were the bar owners, the county askaris. You know, in Wasinigishu, the county askaris are the more people who, they are the perpetrators, the main perpetrators who are perpetrating the sex workers in the streets. And also, even the community at large, because they extort money to let you do something like business. For the women who are selling vegetables in the market, you find that the county askaris are the one who are extorting money from those people to let them do the work. So it was an all-inclusive forum. We did it. We walked from Zion Mall through to the county ground, and we had the assistant governor who was saying that the government needs to put more funding to support the gender offices, to support women and girls in curbing gender-based violences. And also, as we continue, I think through this Humanist Forum, we need to have data. We need, as we continue doing activities, we need to have data that explains how many violences has been experienced in a particular town, in a particular village, in a particular, like the slum areas. We need to have those data so that we can know how to handle issues of GBV and how we can respond to the issues of GBV. And also for the Me Too, Ragnar, I'm here to give you the data. I was still doing research and also collecting stories from different women and men. Then after compiling the report, I will send you through your email. I think all of us, we did a good job, and I just want to applaud each and every person who participated. Antonio did the run. Congratulations. We need to support all our communities. And then I just want to say that let us hold hands together. We do it once more. Like next year, I believe that if we have plans, if we plan very well, we would visit each and, like now, my suggestion, I thought, if Tracy can be an overseer coming from Nairobi. She goes from Nairobi, goes to Kisumu, come to Eldoret to oversee what the Eldoret sex workers are doing. Then she can have the report and say, now we can engage Eldoret in this kind of an activity to do this. We are here to support each other to make sure that we are curbing this menace of gender-based violence among the community. And
Okay,
I just want to
Alice.
thank you.
No, thank you
And
so much.
back to you, people.
Thank you very much. Okay. Maureen, you are texting a lot. Are you not able to speak? Is it noisy there?
Yeah, so I can try
Yes,
to
okay.
read from the text, the chat box, and I'm scrolling here. There are many people that are saying something. So we have here. So Maureen Kapikaya, Maureen says, I support Dorothy when it's come to events. It's good if we can do or plan it in slums. It is easy for people to turn up and they can mobilize for themselves. And then Alex Lumia, it is the slums that have the large populations, and by targeting the slums, we will be reaching out to the root issues. To get there, we must have a strategy and a well-brainstormed plan. Then Maureen carries on. Again, when we do events at university or in school, most of students, they expect money from organizations, especially when they see white people. They know that is money. This we know a little bit. Edwina says, so true, Maureen. And Maureen carries on. Another thing is on T-shirt. We need to have people who will help organize to advertise the T-shirts earlier, so that the money can help the organization to gather for other things. Delmont says here, Compassion Network for Africa Vulnerable Persons is an Uganda non-profit organization that provides community structures and organization support to improve the quality of life of vulnerable populations. Our goals are to reduce vulnerability, empower communities, and promote sustainable development. Then Maureen comes in and sends those pictures you have taken to you right now. And then Del keeps on in the chat. We had organized activities as a part of 16 days of activism against sexual violence. We had scheduled a conference and awareness raising for young people against gender-based violence, which coincides with the arrival of Ragnar and the whole team in Uganda. Maureen keeps on. I support Alice. As I told you last time, Ragnar, you need data and collecting more stories. And then comes Orkut Dick. Thanks to you very much to everyone here. I apologize for joining late because flu is disturbing me. Now, in my view, I think another thing to put in consideration is the villages or remote areas. Put the emphasis on villages and remote areas. Maureen keeps on. Yesterday, I was able to meet Kenya Red Cross team, and we discussed a lot about gender-based violence. Rose Nima now says, "Thank you so much, team. Third World March. We did it, and we can do better." And she's clapping hands. Talman keeps on saying, "And to start a partnership with the Uganda team. So our entry into this platform is a great opportunity to work hand in hand to combat violence. After seance, maybe members of my organization are also members of this platform." And Rose keeps on. Team Adok in Gulu, you guys are such amazing souls to keep the fire burning, and the engagement with the university students was one of the best moments. And Delman keeps on. Regarding the Me Too revolution, there are many cases of violence among refugees and Ugandans. Nevertheless, it is necessary to strengthen the capacities of members to manage these sensitive cases and eventually give us tools that can be useful to us. Staying safe after they testify, staying safe after they testify or denounce their attackers, this is a challenge. Daniel keeps on. We will work hand in hand with the Gulu team for this. So we see that there's a lot of.
You can copy the chat, isn't it, Julius, and we share it later on.
And more than that, nowadays the chat box is a part of the report. It can be read by everyone in its entirety.
Very good. This is so good. We can, I think we will have a meeting till midnight if we continue like this. But what I have noticed, and this is just the beginning, and what I saw in Nairobi, and what I liked so much was that you have some good team there. You have a team of people who are doing different roles, and how you were organizing things. It was amazing to follow up with that. One thing I have noticed, very often when people have activity, they have meetings to organize meetings, then they have the event, and then everything is finished. Instead of come together, and I recommend the team of Nairobi activity have a good meeting where you sit down and you go over everything that happened, what you learned, what you can do better, make even a report of that you can put into your suitcase or somewhere. So next year you just have to take up the paper and then you know how to do all of it. I want to turn on to next activity. If maybe Dorothy and Rose could tell us a little bit about the activity in Kisumu. What we learned, what we can do better, and all that. But we're running out of time, so we have to have it a bit quick. So Rose or Dorothy, who want to start? I see Rose is not there anymore.
Yes. Okay. Dorothy, can you go first?
No, Rose, go first.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Sorry, I came in late.
It's okay, darling.
Yeah, from the Kisumu activity, it was a success because we engaged the community. We also had different activities. We had good support from the security. The OCS of Kisumu Kondele police station was on the ground from in the morning when we started the activity until the end of the activity. We also had partners who came on board, who supported us with refreshments, tents, PA system, and others. We also engaged other partners who came on the ground with a team of different activities. We managed also to make the peace sign, and also we had challenges. The challenge there was, despite that we were together as a team, there were different challenges that I know now we are going to sit down and talk about them, so that next time when we are engaging, we work as a team so that things can flow well. But all in all, it was a success. We had proper arrangement and it went on so well. Maybe Dorothy can add some things that I've forgotten, but it was a success for us. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rose. Oh, it was so grateful, and I'm not going to add much of the things. I only want to say that we had tree planting activities. We had entertainment from adolescents girls, which came from our group. We also had some other adolescents. There were young girls who were involved, which was so good because they're the next generation we are having. A lot of entertainment. We were able to do the peace sign. And what I would like to add is that when we look at way forward, let's not stop this thing after the world match. Let it be something which is continuous. And also next time, I'm asking people to work as a team. And also we should be transparent and accountable for every event we are doing. Let's not have side meetings, and transparency of maybe if somebody donates something small, let all the team members know that so and so has given a certain amount of money, and you look on how you can work with this money, rather than you hear it as a hearsay that somebody was given this amount of money, but at the end of the day, it never came out so clearly. That one makes people to get pissed off, and that one we found that it's not accountable, and yet we want people who are doing gender-based violence to be accountable. I think that is one of the gender-based violence. So we learn from mistakes, and as we continue to do this, let's not put people like the certain person is supposed to give out money, because I think some of these activity can be done even without getting so many resources, depending on what you want to do and how the event is going to take place. Otherwise, I'm so grateful, and I was so happy because the activity went so successful. The another thing I wanted to say is that any person who is bringing the guest, I didn't like what happened in Nairobi. Katrian just left the ground without even telling people a goodbye. And I don't know whether that one is also a GBV, according to me. If you bring the guest, when you are living with your guest, make sure you are to tell people who organize for that event that you are leaving, not just leaving at you are coming back, yet you know very well at the back of your mind that you're not coming back. So at the end of the day, I think somebody who is bringing the guest should also be in this meeting so that he can know what is being done on the ground. Otherwise, it always end up that it's making the organizers not to be happy, because you are seeing yourself as if you are being used, or maybe somebody just want that opportunity and then later after that you just leave. Otherwise, I'm so grateful. Sorry for taking much time.
Thank you, Dorothy. Okay, I see. Also, I recommend those who are organizing the activity in Kisumu, sit down and make a report about what was done, what you learned, how you can do things better, etc., etc. Okay, Rose, you want to add?
Yes, we will do a report. I just wanted to tell Julius and Antonio, next time kindly join the Kisumu event, because we've reached 1 million plus. Thank you.
Yes.
Very good. Okay.
But I want to I want to read from the chat box from Veronica Mukutu. Mutuku, yes. And she says, it was an eye-opener event, and some of us, being new, have learned a lot. All successes and all failure belong to us. We will use the challenges we've gone through for success of any other coming event. Otherwise, we were and we are grateful for the Icelandic team who interacted positively towards the event. Most of the people who participated are ready to join the movement. And then we have here from Telemon. We will continue to raise awareness of gender-based violence, train trainers by trainers from the ministry with gender in its activities, that our trainers and our sensitizers are accepted. Also support activities of vulnerable women for their empowerment. We are thinking of doing a joint planning of activities with the Gulu team. This comes from Delmont in Uganda.
Okay, it seems that, okay, if we continue, because time is running, to Uganda. Okay, part of the team went to Tanzania to do the run there, but I think nobody is here that went there. But me, Tracy, we went to Uganda and met the Uganda team, and it seems that Delmont have a problem to speak. Is it possible that some of you guys, maybe Chanceling or Vincent or Hudson, can you tell us about the meeting and the conference in Uganda, Kampala?
Yes, I
Chanceling?
think
Okay.
Zoom is not our best ally. Good evening, I don't know. Good morning from wherever you are. I think, allow me to take on. First of all, I want to thank everyone, Mr. Wagner, Rose, Dorothy, and the other mama. Now I call her mama.
Tracy.
First of the Ugandan event was first of its kind. I'll give it an A plus. It was all that successful, and we are very pleased and very happy to have you guys. First, the activity at the church where Mr. Delmon is a leader, and I think there the activity that we had, like meeting those people, the refugee, and I should call it a kind of workshop, and the guidance and the talks were given to them. All were successful. Then when we went to the school, the other school, in the following day in the morning, I think it was well organized, they were welcoming, and the achievement, I can also say that doing the peace sign there and getting the problems and how they are going to be solved. And I think we had a lot of one-on-one with them. And by the time we were leaving, they are all very okay and they are very ready. To add on the activities in Gulu, I think that one was a B plus. Only that they had organized it a day before, but unfortunately, we did not reach that day as they were expecting us, and given that they were organizing for exams, so it made them not to turn up the way we are expecting them. But I pray next time when we are coming now, I think we need a bigger team. I think Ragnar, Rose, and Dorothy won't be enough. I think this time around we need like 100 people to come and meet the Ugandan team, because next year or by any time from now, by the time you people will be coming back, we are going to be a little bit more organized. And I want to hint on the different challenges that we had and faced. First of all, I want to ask for forgiveness on behalf of the Ugandan team. The journey wasn't all that easy, being it first kind. the organization and everything went as you people expected, but at least we tried. I think next time we are going to try and see that we organize in time. As Dorothy talked of something like transparency, yeah, I think next time I'm communicating this to my Ugandan team. We need to be doing things as in joining hands together, assuming that I'm dedicated to do something. I think I need to tell it to Vincent. I need to tell it to Chanceline. I need to tell it to Delmon so that we work as a team. One thing that wanted to fail us. I mean, to make us fail in Uganda was that there was not that coordination. At one point, we were messing up because we never had that opportunity of like sharing and the rest of it. I think with this, I want to leave the floor for other people to talk also. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Hudson. Before I let John speak, you have a hand up. Can Chanceline also add something to this meeting there in Kampala, even Gulu?
Hello, everyone. Let me get this opportunity to thank Tracy, Madam Tracy, and Mr. Regina. Thank very much for trusting us and for all journey you did. So about Kampala team, for really, I can say things it was so successfully. The other conference you attended, as you have seen, think how they were, Mr. Regina and Madam Tracy, and other team they were inside Vicente. So you saw the way people how they have explained themselves to you guys, the way they live here in Uganda, the way they are facing things. So because it was their first time to hear about that thing, it have never happened here in Kampala. Actually, I'm telling you. So it was their first time to hear it, and they were even the people recommended Mr. Regina. So like he remained another day, so they come or many they tell friend to friend to attend another conference about that GVD, but the time it was not there. So that conference which was taking place on 28th was so successfully who attended it. So Mrs. Ro and Dorothy, you missed that thing. I was not happy that you missed it. You came late. Actually about that school. So the school also it was so wow. The way they have organized themselves to welcome you guys. As they have seen it, the organization was and they had some discussion about the school, how things they are facing, what. So what I can say, it was so successful here in Kampala. About Nigulu, guys, they were so amazing. Those people from the university, Gulu University, they surprised me, and the people I'm telling you, Jairus and Antonio, who you are planning to come this side, people they are so suffering. The way how they explain themselves, what they're facing at the university, you can't believe. So it was so successfully, and he picked up with Dochi. I was so wow. I was so thankful to meet you and to see the way you have organized yourself alone. That side you are so alone. I was so like, girl, keep it up. So that I can say thing was so successful. And I hope next time when to be this side, we shall do more and more that. Thank you.
You're muted right now.
Thank you so much, Chanceline, and for joining us the whole trip. And okay, John Moema, please. John, you have raised hand.
You are muted, John Muema, if you want to say something.
Yeah, I think I greet you, all of you. I hope you are doing well. So I want to appreciate for the opportunity for us to serve in this marathon that brought a lot of impact to community. So I want to thank you, Ragnar and Tracy, plus the other Iceland who managed to come together so that we can create awareness against gender-based violence. And personally, excited, and also I'm very passionate about creating such awareness. And in this matter, maybe I can just say what I feel. We had a lot of challenges, and the reason being, it was something new to us, and you know the expectations were very high. So we learned a lot, and I believe next time this thing will be so amazing because we have learned, and we are going actually to cover up on the areas that we failed. So I think we had an opportunity to collaborate with many organizations and to bring forth many people who have many people who would like to participate in such in such events. So we have next year, God willingly, we are going to do better. And actually, I know the events will be so great. So maybe what next? Personally, what I learned, we have all what we had: the media, we had the counseling department, we had we had people who try to we had resource mobilizers, and everybody was there. So what we need is we need to have an office, a running office, where the media people, the counseling, the doctors that we had, everybody who has a skill and can help towards making this thing to keep running, where at least we can come together and continue to reach out to these people. We can continue to advocate the same message. And that's it. So we need to keep this thing running instead of waiting for next year. We need to have these departments running so that at least come next year, it is not something that we are starting again, but it is something that already has been happening. We can make it something that is so great. So
thank you, John.
I think lastly, what I comment and what I have seen, because personally I do write proposals, and I do I'm a resource mobilizer in an organization that I'm working.
Thank you so much, John. You're so right, and you had a really big impact on the activity in Nairobi. That's why I'm saying you, the team, it was admire you. It was beautiful to see you work, and that's why I'm saying sit down, take down what you've learned, make a report, see what you can do better and how you can continue. And this was just one event. We are active 365 days a year with all kinds of activity, and this is just a big it is one step on the way. Thank you so much. I want to, Fortunate, can you tell us something about the meeting in Gulu?
Thank you so much, everyone. Gulu event was successful. Though it was a very short and kinda a limited event due to time. The arrival of
It seems that we do not.
visitors was successful. We had students who
I don't think we hear it properly.
took part.
What's he saying right now?
Fortunate. Sorry, it is the connection is very bad.
Students and
maybe she can write it in the text book.
Fortunate.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry, we cannot hear you. The connection is so bad.
There was a lot of listening and hearing from each other. And then I had one presenter that told us a story about the war that took place in Uganda earlier on, the LRA war. And that was one presentation that we had. We had interviews in the minutes of the event. And then due to examination issues, we had very few expected a lot of students to be around, and otherwise. Can someone hear me? Yes, please. My network poor. Can someone hear me? Okay. Yes, please. Yes, please.
Thank you for that. I'm sorry, the connection was not good. But what I want to add, okay, I think we stop now. You're saying, Julius?
Yeah, please, Fortunate, please, if you can write this into what you're saying, write it into the chat. It would be very nice. And then I want to complete, what Delmont was writing. Just a minute. Delmont says here, to complete chance line, I will specify that there were 67 people who attended in a conference in Kampala. The theme was the consequences of gender-based violence. The speakers were Delmont and Ragnar. In the debate, Tracy and other members of the team participated at the school. At the school, there were more than 100 students. So this is a very good report in this respect from Delmont.
Thank you so much, but I want to invite Vincent to say something very short, because we're coming to the end of the meeting somehow.
But by the end, we would like to have some words from Antonio Carvalho.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But Vincent, please.
Yes, thank you so much, Ragnar and the team. From the first place, I want to say happy birthday to you, Ragnar.
Thank you.
About the activity of Uganda, I managed to mobilize the team of people who managed to carry a lot of activity. To start with, we managed to
visited to visit the team Kampala, that is Delmont team, who gave us a lot of activities. One, we had a conference, and the conference was successful. Many people gathered, and many people gave us their time. So I want to appreciate Delmont and Sanslin for that. Then later on, we had a one-on-one meeting with Delmont team in the evening, and they were telling us how they're doing their activity, how they managed to come out with the organization, the core value, and so on. And then on the next day, we managed to travel to Gulu. We met the team Gulu University, and the activity was very successful. We managed to do the peace sign. We had a lot of stories from them. So I don't really need to spend more time on this, but we had a lot of activities going on successfully in Uganda. That was just a small preparation. My target is to have all the regions in Uganda brought on board such that the activity can be carried out in the entire country. I'm working upon bringing West Nile on the board, and I'm also working upon bringing Western Uganda on board. So far, we have 3 places, that is Northern, Eastern, and Central, whereby the peace sign has been done so far. So I'm also working hard to make sure that I bring the entire country on board. My suggestion is, Mr. Ragnar, we really request you, next time if you're coming to Uganda, please kindly have more times with us, because we would like to do many activities, but the time that you had given us, it was so limited. So at least if you could spare like 4 days or 5 days just to do activities in Uganda here, it would be better. I request you, if you're coming here next time, you give us more time.
Yeah, I wish I could give you not 4 days, but 4 years. I will.
Yeah, because we are bringing many people on board that need us to train them, and I will organize a meeting whereby it will gather many people online, and then you discuss with them.
I will, for sure. Thank you so much, Vincent. But actually, what we have planned, fortunate, is all the students that could not come, that after the 10th of December, next week, we will have an online meeting, a big meeting with a lot of people where we will have the same introduction that we did in Kampala and in Gulu University. Because we have to learn how we can have such a meeting online. Okay, I just want to stop here, kind of this part of the meeting, because time is running, and I'm very happy. It is very good to go over this, and I recommend in all places, sit down with the team that was organized the event, do a report, and what you learned, what you can do better, and keep the report for the next event for the next year, so we can how do you say, we can record what we learned. But now I want to go away from this issue, like overviewing and learning. We go to the next thing, which is I want to remind you that we have a meeting tomorrow, same time, for internal exercise. I hope to see as many there, and I encourage you, Fortunate and Vincent and all you guys over there, to add everyone who wrote themselves on the list, add them all into the group so they will be able to join. Okay, on Saturday there is also a meeting, and I like to ask Antonio to tell us more about that meeting, and also to tell us about to make this in a bigger contest somehow. Antonio, thank you.
Well, delighted to see you. I mean, I am listening to your comments and the fantastic stories that we have been following through the pictures and the videos. And luckily, you have very active agents that were all the time putting the media in the visual places in the web. And by seeing the faces and seeing the type of activities and the settings and the speed at which the core team was moving through the different countries and the response from all of you, it was quite amazing, because it shows the potential that you all have, that we all have, to do amazing things in Africa. Because now you have a topic that is Me Too is a very important campaign against, of course, all the gender abuse against women, especially. And like that important topic, we have many others that are crucial in order for our societies to develop, which are not unique of Africa, because gender violence is cropping up everywhere in the world. People are very nervous. People are scared with the war threats. There are problems financially. There are problems politically speaking. There is a big reorganizations of states, of nations, of influences and associations of countries. And it seems that a more ethical mentality is prevailing everywhere. Some of the relationships among countries are repudiating war, are repudiating the risk of an atomic war, conflict. They think that the United Nations should help to resolve the conflicts that affect humanity. There is a big movement of humanization, of which we hope to be pioneers in the future. Not only because we have been doing for some time, but it's amazing to see the response that you are having in your different communities, in your different places, and to the message that in this case, Ragnar and all the friends that were part of that team are spreading the message of humanization. And we will continue more and more loud with that message. We have learned quite a few things about what has happened with the World March. I joined some of the countries in Southeast Asia that in some way they have similar circumstances in India, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, Nepal, and Pakistan. At similar situations to the situations that you are facing in Africa. And we think that we can integrate the experience of many places in order to work together and to spread the movement. We have a day after tomorrow, we have an important meeting with the participation of different countries regarding the World Forum of Humanization, the World Humanist Forum that you have heard a lot, but probably you don't have enough content to it. But that is fundamental, because we have seen that it's more appropriate to organize in regions, by regions, because that will allow, instead of building up slowly one global organization that presents lots of difficulties because of the different time areas, time zones. When it's the night here, it's the morning there, and then we find lots of difficulties to meet. And if we work in regions, you will have much more homogeneous conditions of communication and conditions of time and conditions of languages, and we will be able to expand much quicker. By organizing by regions, we will be able to do exactly what you want to do. That means more frequently to have the most dynamic teams that can teach lots of new things, visiting yourselves. If we team together, we can make that possible with greater frequency. And so we can build up activities that really will be connected to the grassroots, and you will feel that benefits and give a different perspective to each and every one of us. So on Saturday, we have an organizational meeting to advance in terms of the structure of the World Forum, and we will be sharing with you all these sort of new views, new ideas from next week onwards. And we'll try to become much more active with a type of things that will support the works that you are doing already, and also to expand to more countries within the region. where we normally have contacts, we have friendships, we have relationships, and we can build also in those places. And will become a very important movement all over Africa and all over the world. Universalist humanism, as we call it, promoting nonviolence and personal development in all of us. That's what I wanted to tell you. And congratulations for the fantastic momentum that you have created now with the occasion of the World March 3 in all your countries. Great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Antonio.
Thank you so much, Antonio.
Pleasure. Happy birthday. A bit late, but happy birthday. Ragnar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Still,
much.
Thank you,
still
Dorothy.
my birthday.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
thank you so
Ragnar.
much. Thank you. Okay, this is, thank you for this meeting. It was very powerful and it's an amazing team we have there on board. Okay, Julius is recording this meeting. We will share the meeting on the groups afterwards, and you can share it to other people's. But yeah, what else? I think we could continue the whole evening, but it's time to stop, because if we share this meeting, people don't want to watch very long meetings, and I think we have covered most of the topics.
Yes, the testimonials and declarations, their statements in the chat has been fantastic.
Yeah, you will share the meeting and the statements, Julius.
Yes, I will do. I will do, and I'm very happy also to have been a part of this wonderful meeting, and I'm, as Ragnar is pointing, minding every one of the internal work meeting, because that those exercises, this training to develop a positive energy and learn to overcome the violence within us and also in our environment. This is like the collective, those Friday meetings every Friday, they are the collective heartbeat of our process. So, but I want to, I now want to end this meeting by saying peace, force, and joy.
Peace, force, and joy.
Peace,
all of you.
Peace, force, and joy.
Peace, force, joy
Joy.
for all of you.
Yes,
All the best.
Thank you so much for the meeting, and happy birthday, Ragnar.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Ragnar, with a red t-shirt.
Happy birthday, Ragnar.
Thank you.
And may you